the team that rocks with the box that rocks. I'm Preeta,
Michelle,
Laura,
and Sue.
So today we're here because we're in a very unique moment in time. The last 2 years washed out everything that we knew about conventional things. People want convenience, they want it at home, and they want it now. So that spurred this idea for us, and
We're just starting.
so I'll start with the agenda for today. We'll walk you through our story, how it all began. We'll show you how we did our strategic planning and our strategies based on Porter's 5 forces. And once we got to that, then we formulated our business plan. Laura will speak more to that. Sue will talk about our financial plan as to how the numbers come about, and then Michelle will talk about how we're going to make all of that happen. And you won't have any questions by the end of it, but if you do, we will have some time for that. So here's Laura.
Okay. So as we all learned at one of our earlier on-sites, 90% of people who have musculoskeletal pain do not seek treatment from physical therapists. Also, 9 out of 10 U.S. consumers practice some form of self-care, and over the last year, 1/3 have increased their self-care activities. So there are some barriers to traditional in-clinic care, one of them being cost. High deductibles, costs of co-pays can be a barrier for people. And then also time constraints, scheduling appointments, going to the clinic, having the time to do that during people's busy lives. Then enter the COVID-19 pandemic, where everyone was locked down, really did not have access to traditional medical care. People were in isolation, declined in activity, and so we saw more home remedies, over-the-counter medications, with limited or generalized guidance for how to take care of themselves on the internet. So our inspiration comes from Sue, one of our founding owners, who during the pandemic, she felt a calling to find a way to reach her clients and help to continue to provide care. So she put together and hand-delivered boxes of self-care products and delivered them to her clients. Some of them were experiencing various levels of physical, mental, or emotional, distress, and so this was a way that she could get to them and help them. So after hearing Sue's stories and comparing notes about our other experiences during the pandemic, we really felt like the future of providing care for a lot of people would be more focused on providing it in a more mobile and direct-to-consumer manner. And by teaching and providing the tools for self-care, we can reach this broader population than we can maybe normally as we can as physical therapists in clinic. So this is why we created the Box That Rox. So the Box That Rox is a box that contains self-care tools, high quality essential oil blends, clinical strength CBD products, and then also self-care educational videos, or links to those videos, I should say, on YouTube. So every box is curated for a client. They fill out a questionnaire, and then we tailor the box to them, to their needs. So this is our solution to the broader issues then of not having access, being cost effective, and kind of meeting their needs. So now Preeta is going to talk about our strategies.
Thank you, Laura. So you got a little bit of a taste for what our story is and what we're about. Now, how did we decide that this is what we want to do and what were the strategy? And so basing it off of Porter's 5 forces, the first one is rivalry among existing partners, right? There are no existing products specific to this niche offered by skilled physical therapists at this time. Physical therapists, as we all know, we're experts in teaching self-management for pain relief and prevention, especially to optimize physical performance. So providing the physical therapist curated products, which include very high quality essential oils, top tier CBD products, and self-care tools, along with instructional cards and videos that are easy to follow along, makes this package, this Box That Rox, really rock and be a unique solution to empowering the customers to manage their own health and wellness. This total package, this product that comes with therapist knowledge and convenience, it currently doesn't exist. Now let's look at the threat of new entrants. New entrants are always a possibility everywhere, right? But certified providers in our niche, this niche space of physical therapists with acupuncture specialty, physical therapists with expertise in essential oils, physical therapists who have a great educational background and business background all put together, all working together on one thing, that's rare and it's more difficult to come by. Not only that, we're also going to utilize the existing infrastructure, payment systems, order fulfillment, and storage that is currently used by our founding partner here to get a head start. So this minimizes our startup costs and it improves our competitive advantage against the threat of any new entrants. Let's talk about the bargaining power of buyers and the power of suppliers. We can effectively source and curate these boxes, customized to each individual because of our collective knowledge and our connections. This also gives us the bargaining power as niche buyers. After the initial box, we can adjust our pricing for refill products based on our cost to purchase them. We can leverage the different qualities, especially of the CBD products and the distilled oils, which can then be blended as well. And we'll be able to pass that on to loyal customers through a variety of incentives. So with this direct-to-consumer model, our client base is potentially unlimited. With a large base of clients, we'll have a lot more room for pricing, freedom for pricing, and that'll lead to more profitability. The threat of substitute products or services, right? The substitutes are going to be low-quality products that are sold separately. Our access to high-quality oils, CBD products that are available only to certain practitioners, and combined with our professional knowledge, limits comparable substitutes to our particular offerings. There is no threat of substitute products because this is an open curative process. Products can be widely available, however, the curation to meet specific needs is going to be customized based on our experience and skill and the vendor connections that this clinician group has. And that questionnaire that we would be giving out will help us customize it to that particular individual who's seeking this service. We will have the bargaining power providing this service based on individual orders, group orders, and subscription. This also provides room for scalability. An effective marketing strategy to differentiate our quality and our expertise will be robustly implemented and continually done to guard against the threat of any substitute products and services. As we went through our strategic planning and our VRIOs and SWOT analysis, it reflected that our findings as we were talking about our strategy and thinking through Porter's 5, it showed us the path to develop our business plan, our financial plan, marketing plan, and all of that. So Laura will talk more about the business plan.
So as I explained earlier, the Box That Rox was inspired by our experiences during the pandemic, and we're motivated to find a way to bring care to an expanded population. So our vision is to expand the reach of healthcare in a convenient and cost-effective manner. Convenience, you're ordering online, you have it directly shipped to your house, and you're able to access the online video library from anywhere. And then a cost-effective manner, compared to deductibles and co-pays, The price of the box is reasonable. There's discounts for renewing the purchase of different items, and we'll get to that with the financials. Our core values are empowerment, education, and excellence in self-care. So our goal is to really empower clients to take care of their health, and through the education that we will provide and teaching them how to use the tools and products for self-care. So, which is really at the core of what we do as physical therapists. Our external mission, or why we do what we do, empowering every person for successful and independent long-term management of health, which is the goal, I think, again, as physical therapists, that's really our mission. Internally, serving our clients with responsiveness, resources, and access to exceptional care. So really working on the customer service and really being very focused on our clients. Some of the key issues that we wanted to make sure we were addressing was obtaining the quality, professionally curated products, being cost effective, having a sourcing strategy, and customer service. So 3 of the core strategies that we had, we'll talk about individually. All the right stuff. Basically, what we want to do is help our customers find the right stuff, right? There's thousands of products out there, but how do you know which one's the best, which one to pick, what's right for what's going on with me? So by being able to provide that and curate that, tailor it to what the client needs, then we are really giving them a unique solution to their issues. The next one, customers for life. Our passion for serving others is really at the heart of the Box That Rox, and our outstanding products, the instructions, and the packaging will create an exceptional experience for our patients. So we want really our customers to be our brand ambassadors, and to kind of really help us grow with our product line here. Then our last one is from the source. So to capture economies of scale, the Box That Rox will be ordered through our established e-commerce site, using all of the processes, the billing, payments, and actually putting the box together in a structure that already exists. So our startup costs are very low for that, because we're just kind of adding that into an already existing structure. So the low costs help give us the competitive advantage against the threat of new entrants. Okay, so now Sue will explain our financial plan.
So the initial capital that we will all contribute is $4,000. We'll each contribute $1,000 each, for basically just to get ourselves entered into the business. As you can see, year 1 and year 2, these numbers are very, very conservative predictions, and I'll break that down on how we got there. Ultimately, with a return on our investment, 12% year 1 and 14% year 2. The way that we got these numbers, and I'm gonna go through a bunch of stuff, so if you wanna hand these out, just so that, because I know I can't comprehend numbers. What this is based on is each box is gonna be $220 per unit for the initial box. And that will include a high-grade CBD topical that you can only get through licensed practitioners, an ingestible, same thing, that you can only get through licensed practitioners, self-care tool, an essential oil, and access to our self-care library that will instruct you on how to use these tools. If you purchase, we actually set up a subscription model, and it's based on Amazon's auto-subscribe model. If you purchase a subscription, you will get a $20 discount off that initial basic box. And the breakdown, let me go to the next slide, you got it? The subscription model, again, based on Amazon's, the more you buy, the more you discount. So we name them the competitor, the warrior, and the champion. As you can see, there will be an annual subscription membership for each one, Competitor, 1 product auto renewal, 5% discount. Warrior, 2 auto renewal products, 10% discount, and then the Champion is 3 or more and you get a 15% discount. And those are all the annual subscription prices annually. And we base this on, and we made sure that you actually get your money's worth by entering into that subscription model if you do buy the high tiered products that are in auto renew for what's in the basic box. Our financial predictions are based on 20 boxes sold per month, and with basically 3 auto renewals per month, and so that's a pretty low number. In year 2, we anticipate a 5% growth with a 10% attrition rate for those year 1 auto renewals. And then in year 2, we are adding 3 additional auto subscribers for each month. And that's how our finances. Okay, perfect. And here's Michelle for the marketing.
Okay. Our marketing plan is very robust, like Preetha was mentioning. We are going to target 3 different audiences. Our first one will be people who are in general experiencing pain, affecting their function and their level of activity performance. The second group, a little bit more specific, people who have established the need for care, but now they have barriers to accessing care, whether it's time constraints or financial restraints. And then the last one was unique in that we are going to target healthcare providers, hoping to supplement the care that they're already providing, not replacing it, but supplementing it. The focus of our first target would definitely be education on our products, what's available, how to address pain, anxiety, etc. The topic focus for our second group will be to the ease of access, cost-effective supplement to therapy care. And then for our providers, we're again helping your patients help themselves, promoting the self-help program. This is a sample of our instructional video that will be on the card that's in the box, and it's accessible through the QR code, and then access to our website. Our main strategy for getting our word out will be to utilize multiple forms of social media to maximize our product exposure. We'll be using Facebook, Twitter, doing some blogs, and posting customer ambassador testimonials, hopefully to reach all ages of customers, especially in our first target group. After a long discussion and trying to figure out who would this specifically appeal to, we feel it will appeal to our middle age group, 25 to 55-year-olds who are very innovative with their time, their monies, their needs to meet their self-care needs, but also giving them an option to be able to provide care for those that they care for in their family. Definitely going to highlight the ease of access, cost effectiveness, purchase incentives that we've been talking about, discounts, and education. Also will have strategies to promote our simple subscription program in return for product discounts and to be able to attain and achieve a sustainable cash flow for our business. To promote the Box That Rox to healthcare professionals, we're going to emphasize how it will support the care they're already providing and help supplement their outcomes for the patients that they're already seeing. We also came up with the idea to have a booth at the APTA Private Practice Section Conference, which will allow us to network with other vendors, sharing logos, discounts, and marketing materials. We put together some just free giveaways, the cups with the Box That Rox logos on it. We could offer sampling to our healthcare professionals who are at the conference, just to be able to get the word out. We also have a simple online screening form that will be able to not only meet the needs of the customers individually, but it will be a source for collecting data as far as email addresses, further drilling down our demographics and so that we can drive a little bit more strategic marketing plan in the years to come.
One more minute.
Oh, 1 minute, let's do.
Okay.
Perfect.
These are just some examples of some of the tools in our and then here's our little snippet of our rough cut ad for our promotional video. Oh, it played last time.
It's a minute long.
Here it goes. No, I can't. Oh, here it goes.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Michelle, so good to see you back at the gym. I missed you. How are things? It's so great to be back. It's the Box That Rox that brought me back to the gym. What is that? Let me see. See, I have that back pain, and I went to my physical therapist too. And I just, with my high deductible and the business schedule conflict, I just couldn't get in. I couldn't make it work. So she recommended the Box That Rox. It's full of self-care tools, premium essential oils, and high-grade quality CBD products. But the best thing are these exercises and the links to the videos with an explanation just for me. Wow, that's great. You know, my nephew takes some time sitting at my computer, and my son who plays baseball can definitely use the Box That Rox. Oh, I think it's a great idea. You can go online and order your initial box, and then sign up for a subscription just like I did. Thank you so much, Michelle. The Box That Rox is perfect for my whole family. Online and order your Box That Rox today.
We have our first order. That's the QR code. You're good to go.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Got one. You had mentioned that you can provide like certain CBD products that are, I mean, are they, you suggested there was something that you couldn't just buy at the store, is that correct? Do you have to have a special license for it?
Yeah, so the current company that we use, CBD Clinic, only contracts retailers with licensed practitioners. So you have to be a physician, a chiropractor, a physical therapist. You have to hold some kind of medical,
Why is that?
because that's how they function.
Okay.
That's what they do. So they're, you know, they allow us to be wholesale providers.
Okay.
And only licensed practitioners.
Which
have
means that they
access to it.
can't buy this particular product on Amazon
Exactly.
or
Right.
something.
And it probably also depends on the purity
The
and the
qual-
strength
right.
of the.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, 'cause I know we had a surgeon in our area that was recommending some of the CBD creams and whatnot, and he was telling the patient that I had talked to that don't go get it at the CVS, go to an actual dispensary.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if there was a, you know, some licensing or something specific to
so
sell
these
something that comes from that.
yeah, they're high-end lab tested, it's like the highest of the highest quality that you can get.
And then is there any difference in, I noticed there's kind of a flat rate for 3 products and whatnot. How does that fit with like, you know, is there a vast difference in prices between what those 3 products could be? Or,
Which 3 products?
like for your, maybe I
camping.
misunderstood, when you get like your Warrior thing, it was a flat rate, you got to pick 3 products and
Yeah,
it was in it?
so you
Sorry.
can choose any products you want, like we'll have we just, for finance sake, for presentation, we just made the one option available.
Sure.
There are other options, so we based our financials on ordering the highest, the highest cost savings would be from ordering what was in the current box, but there are certain levels that are lower cost.
Okay, so,
But you're not gonna get
so
the
would it be
maximum
based,
value.
would it be based off of kind of which product you chose as far as?
Yes.
So your
Okay.
subscription will give you access to a certain, array of products.
Okay, so we get options
So,
within that.
Yeah, and if you choose the highest level of the subscription, you will have access to the highest level. So you're able to put in more, get out more.
Okay.
And depending on the customer loyalty, we plan on, providing different incentives and maybe even one-on-one consults with any of the experts if it does come to that. So we will start small, but there's just so much potential out there.
I've seen things like this that, you can kind of market to these other companies, like, hey, if you want some visibility in your product, we're sending these boxes out with samples. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's tons of options, we just simplified it
It's
as much as
promoting another
possible.
product for another company.
Right.
I love the fact that you banked your product on the 90% of people that aren't going to services already. I think that's awesome. So just so I understand, the $220 gives me the box of initially the products of cupping tools or whatever it may be, like an instrument assistant.
So the questionnaire that you would fill out will give us an idea of what you're looking for, what your needs are. And with that knowledge, and with each of our individual expertise, we will curate that box for you. And
So you
then
have
we'll
to
send it to you.
hand go through every questionnaire personally.
Initially, probably, then we'll make enough money to be able to hire someone and get it all on
Do
later.
that for us.
And then we do
Yeah.
I mean,
the
just
handwritten
We'll
notes.
keep it simple.
To simplify it, if you just
Yeah.
sold all the products in one box for your initial investment, and then you as clinicians created your little videos and products, and then linked them specifically to the video, then they have all these other options to use for anything. Like, say it's my neck today,
Right.
and then my back next week,
Exactly.
and then you have your renewable accounts that keep coming after that.
Because who doesn't like to feel empowered, right? So we're giving it to them, we're teaching them, and they're on their own. The only thing is the auto renewal keeps going.
What's the margins on just the initial product?
Really?
Is it
You really want me to look at
Just your initial box.
I can tell you right now,
Oh,
it's actually.
just like, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's significant. I think our initial cost was $117 for our
It's
cost,
going for
so,
220.
yeah, so we're selling for 220. Actually, right off the bat, it was
So
170.
because of the different varieties of the CBD products and the oils especially, they're distal, their purity depends on the distillation process, right? So if they're super pure, they're very expensive. You can take the really pure ones and, Michelle is an expert, she can blend it and create oil that'll still have certain effects, and that'll help with the pricing.
What's the,
This-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
This sells for $90 retail, and we're making a killing on it. People are gobbling it up like it's like candy.
What is that?
It's CBD 5, it's a level 5. I have made my own testimonial. I have gotten myself into a lot of trouble where I hurt myself pretty bad, and I was able to like get right back to work because of that. I actually made my own testimonial, so it's worth every penny.
What's the, shipping cost for you guys?
What we have set up, so we already have a system in place. Because of these products, I've actually had to outsource and separate it from my practice because our retail sales were so high that we had to get it out of my office, and so I actually had my marketing person take it over. We've actually started a separate business. We have set up a 10% fulfillment fee. So basically, whatever the cost of the sale is a cut. So our labor expenses will never be more than 10%.
To get us off the ground, our startup
Is that
costs,
what you
all
were
of
asking?
those really.
Yeah, I was curious how much it costs just to purely ship the box, what's your?
Yeah, and then
Cause
we
you're,
have-
you're sending these out to people's homes,
Yeah,
correct? Or
and
they
then we
coming to
have
pick it
a
up?
base
Yes, they're gonna
of
ship.
$5. It's a $5 flat
Flat
rate
fee.
for any shipping because of the systems that are already in place. And that includes tracking, the box, the stuffing, and.
Probably have to calculate in some lost
Yeah,
packages.
and the customer service,
Mhm.
the shippo, whatever that service provides. Any other questions?
I have a quick question on scalability, because there's a piece of personalization, definitely part of the strategy, right? Like, we're physical therapists, you're gonna fill out this form, we're gonna make sure it's specialized to you. Is there a thought at some point of that always being the case, or something like proprietary algorithm that physical therapists?
Yeah, with increased volume, yeah.
Totally aware. As we grow, that's what we hope to be able to do, and there's so much of AI going
Yeah.
on, and there's
Yeah.
so much of data gathering. I think we'll have enough data from all of those forms that can create a pattern, and maybe we could even train non-clinical staff, because if we grow as big as Amazon, then we have to be like Bezos, so. And then, you know, that's the vision.
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
But starting super small, it's super simple.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
do a low back, taping, basic. Awesome. Thanks, y'all.
I think you guys did a great job on your prototype. I love the branding, and I think the commercial and stuff you did was really fantastic job on your presentation.
You got a Shark Tank kind of vibe here.
I can tell you, I can see you guys put a lot of effort in, work on it, practice it and stuff, so congratulations, very good job.
Thank you all for the opportunity.